Kristin Brindley with DC Metro World Producers. Thanks so much for being with us, Margaret. So Margaret is our cover story for our May issue, Margaret Babbington, and it's an honor to have you on. And you did $92 million in 2019, 127 transactions. You only have 7 agents on the team, and you're a founding member in Compass. And I love like how much you care about your people, and you have 2 rising stars on your team. You have like a 5 years in, 30 million producer, 3 years in, 27 million. Like, it's a pleasure to have you on, Margaret. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited, honored, thrilled. I love you. You're an awesome entrepreneur, a great example, strong woman. So I am thrilled to be in the seat, really, and humbled. So thank you.
I appreciate you. And so you're a really smart gal. You could do anything. Tell these guys, like, why real estate? How did this happen?
Well, honestly, I was in technology recruiting and I was loving it, but I really just wanted to dive into something deeper. I was impacting people's lives, getting them jobs, but this felt like a huge way to impact people's lives. So it's at the core of our mission statement to empower and motivate people to live their best lives, whether it be on the team or, our clients and customers. So it was really a way that I can do this, bigger thing.
Oh, that's beautiful. So how did you kind of fall into it? What did that look like for you? So, you're in recruiting, like what's the story behind, your meteoric success? Like you sell a lot of houses.
Well, it didn't start out that way for sure, being that I started in 2007, which was, it was November of 2007. It was like my birthday was my start date. You only have a certain amount of time. And if you want to do what you're meant to do, now's the time. And it just felt it was my birthday. And I'm just like, I love real estate. I'm an investor. Why don't I just do this? So possibly the worst time to start. So I made no money. There was hardly any teams. I don't think people really did that back then. It's been quite a ride, a journey. I think real estate is a great profession to really learn about yourself. Kind of yourself shows up and you're like, oh, I did that again. So I just went for it though. And I stuck with it. I, went back to part-time job with a salary because I was making no money and I do need to work. So, but then I jumped back right in. But there was about 6 months in the beginning. I tried it for 6 months, then had to go back and then came out. But if I could do it all over again, honestly, I would join a team because you can experience the transaction and doing this job right away and not try to, you really are starting a new business when you become a real estate agent. So starting a small business. So.
Absolutely. And modeling from success and you can really relate for your people on your team that they're starting at that part-time, when that's how they're starting, they're still making their money with their other job. Like you can probably relate really well to those people because you really went through it yourself, and that's what most people do, right? So what has been your biggest challenge as a real estate agent, Margaret?
I would say scaling the team. Honestly, my career was growing and it grew really quickly. So I needed to scale quickly. With that process, remaining authentic to, and still it's very personal experience. So kind of scaling the team, definitely, but remaining authentic and core to my values.
So what has been most rewarding for you?
I think basically, to see my team grow, like I said, we have many top performers on our team. So people buying houses, putting kids through school, seeing that real life impact with the team that we grew is extremely rewarding. And I wouldn't exchange it for any other experience. It's really been awesome.
So I love that. And you really care about your people. That comes through all the time when I talk to you. You care about your people. Can you define success for us?
For me, success means a lot of different things. The wonderful article that your writers wrote was wonderful. Family is first for us. So that is successful. That is success when your family, you're able to do this and be with your family, be at the soccer game, and whatever family is for you. It's not, traditional families, for members on the team, it might be their dog. I mean, they want to be able to go to the country and take their dog out. So I really want to do this in a big way. I want to have people have big careers, but also to have big home lives. So that's really success for me.
Can you tell us about your family? You're passionate about family. Tell us a little bit about your family.
Well, I have 2 kids and a husband that I've been with or known since 19, a 17-year-old and a 20-year-old. So I would say it hasn't always been family first for me in growing a career. When my daughter got sick, which was a huge part of me growing as an individual and kind of, stopping when I needed to stop and being there for my family, I wanted something to go on without me. I didn't want a job. I wanted a business. And not only me, I wanted people on my team. If a parent gets sick, if a kid gets sick, I wanted people to be able to have it all and just, we got this, we got your back. You go do what you need to do. So that really was important to me.
Beautiful. What are you currently learning? Like what's important for you right now? What are you currently learning?
Well, funny you should ask. It's TikTok, but we just did a TikTok video. Our team had a ball. So video and technology around video has obviously been very important in sustaining this business during COVID-19. But we're having fun too, because it's important, because you can't really take care of others if you don't take care of yourself and be able to smile. And, through all struggles and pain, there is some growth. So I am currently learning TikTok. Sorry, I'm not too intellectual of an answer for you, but we loved it and we had the best time and we got a lot of hits. So we're excited about that.
Hey, well, everything's moving so quickly, right? So, I mean, every single thing we learn, and then there's another thing, and then there's, so, what else? So, are you currently like reading any books, or is there anything else that you're working on right now, or any?
Yeah, I mean,
you could recommend, yeah.
Yeah, Kristin, it really is a growth experience doing this for 13 years. So what I'm learning now, or what I've learned for really focused on the last 2 years, is finance. I'm a business person. I've always been in business. I went to school for business. So it's exciting, but really getting the finances down. And, real estate is kind of a business that a lot of people do not focus on the finances, and it's an important part of business. Profit, growth, expenses, being able to sustain something like COVID-19. I feel blessed that I went through this, that I've been working on this with a coach for 2 years, honestly. And, what do I need to spend money on? What can I cut? What's important? So it's like all businesses, finance is what I'm really trying to get good at right now.
Thank you for sharing that, because I think that's almost like an unspoken thing in the industry sometimes. Like everybody talks about that top number, but we, that bottom line is super important. It's the most important for your family, right? So,
yeah, and you can get into a lot of trouble in this, industry, because the money coming in is big, but there's a lot of money going out. So creating a healthy business is important, and I like that for my team too. So we do business planning, and we revamp the business plans with COVID-19. We're always encouraging each other. So we're just trying to get better. But currently learning, it's kind of evolving, because I wasn't always learning that. I mean, that was just, I've had different coaches for different things.
Great. Having a coach. What sets you apart? Like, what makes you different, Margaret? Like, what's the differentiating factor for you?
I have a very unique, I think, upbringing. It's kind of different than a lot of people I work with, a lot of my friends. I feel like I'm a native Washingtonian, born and raised in the city in Mount Pleasant when it looked very different. So I really had a lot of exposure to multicultural situations. My parents were hippies. I lived in a group house. So I was definitely always around people and always around a community of people. So I think I'm really adaptable to change. I have a couple people on the team that are more conservative, don't like change. And so I really do, hold hold them during that process because we're ever changing as a business. But I think I'm really good with change. I kind of like change. It excites me. It makes me grow. It makes me better. And I don't know if it's that I had a lot of change growing up, but I think that makes you unique. So
I think that's great about you, and that makes you very adaptable with being an entrepreneur and in the industry. I think it's a wonderful quality that you've got. So what do you believe has been the biggest reason or reasons or habit stacking like for your success?
I think my hiring ability, my ability to relate to people. I don't want to be the smartest person in the room. I really empower and want to motivate a team to exercise their superpower in our company. So whether it be in wellness, somebody on our team has a superpower in wellness. I'm always working on that. And I always need to get better at that. So I want that person next to me. And, it's just an energy that grows. We just have our superpowers. So I feel like I'm really good at building a team. That's sort of my superpower.
That's beautiful. I care about superpowers. We asked that on my team too. So what has been like the biggest failure that you've learned from?
I think as like I said earlier, I think with growing the team and scaling the team, again, when my daughter got sick, didn't feel like I could leave still. And I really needed to leave, and I did leave. But it was a good learning experience. I feel, again, through all struggles, we always learn. So as much as I thought I was somewhere, I really wasn't, because I didn't feel like I could leave. I made some hiring decisions and growth towards that, and hiring a very, very good operations manager. So we're taking it to the next level here.
Good for you. And
we don't have mistakes. We have learning experiences.
Amen. How's your daughter doing?
She's doing amazing. So it's awesome.
Good.
So thank you for asking.
Yeah, that's most important, right? What is something that you have done that other real producers absolutely should do?
I think it is important to look at what you're doing, and if somebody can do it better, to empower somebody to do it. If you're kind of not good at accounting, but you're focused on the numbers, doing the numbers, that's maybe not the best example, but just realize that you are not the only one that can be doing something. So to scale and grow, you're going to have to let go of things and empower other people to do them, and they might be better. People surprise you with giving responsibility. People really do rise to the occasion.
I love it. Yeah, absolutely. Automate, delegate, the most important things, right? We gotta keep moving, and you can't do everything.
Right.
So what has been the greatest lesson you've ever learned, do you think?
I think taking time for yourself is very important. I think I said in the article, self-care is not selfish. So it is important. You can't be there for your clients, for your team, for your family, if you haven't really taken your oxygen yourself. So that is really important. And I try to remember that as an empath and a care person. I need to also say, wait, I got to take care of myself.
So what would you like to be remembered for?
I think as a very person who gave opportunities in a big way and helped people live their best lives. That's really important for me. That would be what I would love to be remembered for, and a wonderful mom and a great wife. So
absolutely. Hey, you're on the Mother's Day cover here, or Mother's Day. Well, do you have, in closing, do you have any fun or hilarious stories you want to share?
I was talking about TikTok. And that was really fun. I hope you watch it. It's just important. And you said the word fun. This business is hard. It's not like it's on TV. It's not like this interview. Watch this interview, read this article. It's going to go well. It's a very hard business, and it's glam on TV shows. It only really looks at the snap of this business and the highlights and the money. And it's just a really hard business. But it can be a really rewarding business if you constantly are saying, don't take yourself so seriously. Let's have fun doing this. It doesn't feel like work when we have fun. So I'm constantly working, but it doesn't feel like work to me. But I'm up at night and early in the morning, thinking about business. So
when you're passionate and you love what you do, you don't work a day in your life, right? Like that sounds like you.
that's right.
I appreciate you, and you heard it here at DC Metro Real Producers. Thanks a lot, Margaret.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I'm honored to be on the show.
Bye, everybody.